What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm excited today for this topic, which is how to invest in coaching with no money. Okay, so now before we dive in, I just want to say, if you do get value out of this video at the end, I would truly appreciate if you like, subscribe, comment, share with those loved ones and your friends so that way they can learn as well. I would truly appreciate it. Okay, so diving back into it, how to invest in coaching with no money, but we can also say with little money as well. So number one, checking, savings, and credit line. The reason I'm putting these three out is because when you think you don't have money or you have very little money, you best believe that sometimes we're not aware of our own finances. I've come across so many people, especially coaches, who sometimes we're not aware of our own finances. I've been there. I used to not be aware of my finances back in the day too, and I've opened up my account, I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize I had this here. Or I didn't realize that I had this much credit line here, right? So sometimes just going in there and being aware of what you have will change the game. So number one, you need to go in. If you think that you don't have money, the first thing you need to do is go to your checkings or your accounts, your savings, your credit line, and see what you have available, right? See what you can use, see what you can use. So what I would recommend here is ask yourself, what are my expenses? And out of my expenses, what do I have left over, right? From my checkings. Now from what you have left over, you can set that aside. So if let's say you have $1,500 and you know that your expenses are going to be $1,300 you're left for that month, and you're left over $200, you got $200 there that you can roll over as part of the cost of whatever coaching program you're investing into. So now you know you got $200. Right now you check your savings too, maybe you have another $1,000 in there. But let's say you don't want to use your whole $1,000 because you have it in your savings, or let's say you are willing to use your whole $1,000 because they're on their savings, and you have either $1,200, or maybe if you only want to use half of it, you got $700, but there you have $700 because you didn't even know that you had that certain amount in there. You didn't calculate realistically what your expenses were until you actually sat down and did this formula to break it down and actually figure out, you know what, I do have some money. So going through your checking and asking yourself, what are my expenses, and then seeing what's saved over, going in your savings and ask yourself, can I use this, or how much of what I have saved can I use? And then lastly, my credit line, okay? Seeing what you have available in your credit card, whether it's a one card, multiple cards, what do you have available in your credit line? This is super, super important. A lot of times we don't even know what we have available in our credit line. Next you know you have $2,000 available in your credit line. That can be used. Okay, so again, it goes back to, if you really want to invest in your coaching, is that important for you? You will figure it out. You will figure it out. If you have some money in your credit line, you will use it. If you have some money in your savings, you will use it. If you have some money in your checkings, you will use it because you want to invest in yourself so bad that you're willing to do what you have to do, right, in order to do it. Sometimes, a lot of times we go on with the same credit card for a few years and we don't even realize that we can get a credit line extension. So here's the other thing, guys. I've come across so many coaches I've worked with that they've had a credit card for 5-6 years and they've never asked for a credit line extension. All you have to do is call your credit card company and tell them, hey, I would love to have a credit extension on my credit card. Boom! You know what that does for you? That extends your credit line. That means you just got extra money there, free extra credit to be able to use as money to pay for whatever you need to pay. So if you had a credit line of $8,000, and let's say you call them and they say, yeah, we'll increase your credit line. Your credit line increases by $2,000-$3,000. That's an extra $2,000-$3,000 of credit you can use. Beautiful. So right there alone, by just doing a call, extending your credit line, asking your company, just simply asking, the word asking, right? So it doesn't hurt to ask. Just asking, you can literally get the money you need to fund your coaching program that you want to invest into. Now moving into number three, getting a credit card, right? Getting a credit card is another way. Number two. So getting a credit card is another way that you can also do this to be able to invest in yourself, right? So if you're somebody who has a credit card already but is open to getting another credit card, get a credit card. Remember, at the end of the day, whatever you're investing into coaching, it's always going to give back to you, because if you truly believe in this and it's going to give you a return, then do it, right? You're going to make that money back regardless. So getting a credit card is another great form of being able to get the money you need. It's going to give you the credit you need to be able to invest in yourself. Okay, so getting that credit card will help you out. Now the other thing with a credit card, what I want you to understand, if you're somebody who's never had a credit card, it's probably best that you start getting a credit card, even as young as 16, 17, right? So you want to make sure that you get a credit card to build credit line. A lot of people don't know this, but they're scared of getting a credit card and be like, oh my God, but the credit card and what it did. No, you need credit. In the world we live in, you can't buy certain things without having credit. You can't buy a house if you don't have good credit or if you don't have credit history. But you can't buy a car if you don't have credit history. So you need to be able to have a credit card and start building up credit if you don't have a credit card. So I suggest you, as me doing you a favor, if you don't have a credit card, go get a credit card because you want to build that credit history as well. And then right there, you have the credit to be able to invest in your coaching. All right, next one, number 3, get a loan. All right, getting a loan. Those who are hungry, those who really want to do this, will figure it out. At the end of the day, you figure out. If you really want this, you really want to invest into your coaching and your self-growth, and you want to build your business, you will do whatever it takes. You will do whatever it takes. So let's say, for example, you checked here, and maybe you only have very, very little you can pull out here. Maybe you don't have anything at all after your expenses you can pull out here. Let's say you go for your credit card. Let's say you don't get accepted for a credit card, or your credit cards are tapped, right? Or maybe your credit card, your credit score isn't as great. Well, maybe you can get a loan, right? You can go see if you apply for a loan through your bank, right? Or through a different bank. Maybe you're not getting the biggest loan, but you get something, right? I've seen so many of my clients and other people I know who are really hungry investing themselves, they will get a loan. I've pulled out loans before to invest myself, and it's paid itself millions times. So getting a loan is never a bad option. Right? And this is also a way that you can break it down into finances. So that way, if you want to make smaller payments, a loan is going to help you make smaller payments or whatever you're investing with. So getting a loan is another option that I suggest to you guys. Check your banks. There's also different loan companies that can loan you money as well that you can search. For example, myself as a coach, I am partnered with a loan company that helps me out to be able to help you guys out. So if you need a loan, I have my own special partnership with a company where I can apply you for a loan and get a loan through my partnership, and right there we can get you going, or you can go through your bank. That's just an example. So other coaches may have that loan option the same way I do, but keep in mind, a loan is never a bad route to go. All right, number 4, PayPal credit. For a lot of you, probably don't even know that PayPal has a credit line. So cool thing about PayPal credit is I know that they're even pretty flexible when it comes to your credit score. So most people do get something of credit for PayPal, no matter what your score is, right? Obviously, if your score is like dead zero, then forget about it. But if you have a whatever so-so okay, not so good credit score, I've seen people, clients of mine, and I've seen other individuals get something from PayPal credit, and that's how cool they are. And they max out at $6,000 of PayPal credit. It's pretty decent amount for PayPal. So you can max out like $6K in credit through PayPal credit. So this is another option right here I'm giving you guys that you can do it, right? If none of these work. So keep in mind, we're exhausted, we're figuring it out, we're going through one, right? Maybe we get a little bit from here, maybe we get a little bit from here, maybe we get a little bit from here, a little bit from here, a little bit from here. Now you can sign up, right? Or maybe this one didn't work, and this one didn't work, and this one didn't work, but this one worked, right? There's options, guys. Look at it in that way. There's options. When you really want something, you figure it out. I tell people all the time, when your back's against the wall, when you want to do something so bad, you want to increase the level of your life, you want to increase the level of your health, your income, your finances, whatever it is you want to get better at, you will figure it out at the end of the day. I see people buy stuff all the time that they don't even need, who don't even have the money, and they figure it out. When you want it, you do it. All right, lastly, ask family or friends. All right, I'll tell you right now, the reason why I put that one last, because I personally don't want to go to my family and friends if I don't have to, but if I really want to do something that I know for a fact that I believe in, and I know can give me the return, and I know I can give them the return instantly, quickly, and I have no means at all, no financial means, and I have to go to my friends and family, I will do it if I really believe in that I can achieve what it is that I'm going to invest in. That's why I put it as a last option. Again, it's a suggestion. It's not me telling you, but it's a suggestion. If there's always a way to find a way, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different suggestions on how to be able to come up with the funds to be able to join and invest in yourself in a coaching program, mentorship, somewhere out there, or with myself, that's been holding you back if it comes to you thinking or feeling you don't have any money or little money. So keep in mind, guys, these different options, you can find them in different ways. You can obviously, this for number one is you going into your own accounts, checking this. Number two is going through different credit card companies and finding the one that's best for you, right? Find the ones that's best for you, right? My recommendation is find one that you have a pretty good extended, like 15 months, at least 12 months, but 15 months, 18 months of not having to worry about paying any interest, right? 0 interest, so for that long. So look for a credit card in that range. And then getting a loan, right? Just making sure that the interest is not that high on the loan, right? Or if it's a loan that maybe you don't have to get too big of and you can pay off quickly because you have some money over here, you just need enough for this loan plus what you have over here to cover your costs, then do that as well. PayPal credit, it's a credit, right? So think just PayPal credit, so it's like treated like a credit card. So same rules apply. And then lastly, again, the last one I said, family and friends, unless you really have to. But if you want to, you will do it. So guys, if this brought you any value, if this brought any, if this helped you out with any of the issues you're dealing with when it comes to figure out how to invest in yourself or invest in a coaching program when you don't have money or little money, please, I would love the feedback if this helped you out. If you have more questions for me personally, or you want to understand this even more, or you want to connect with me on a personal level, please reach out. Please connect with me. Don't hesitate. Send me a message. I'm more than happy to do so. So if you got value out of this video, guys, I would love it if you like, subscribe, comment, share, because the more love you share with me, the more love I can share back. Peace.